welcome back folks, my name is LastKnownMeal and today we're going to talk about the replayability value in Cyberpunk 2077. I wanted to talk about that for a while now and also maybe help people understand what to expect from the game and how the map size is accounting in all of that. Well, what's the first thing that comes up in your mind when someone asks you what to expect from a map in an open world game? Because it matters. The point of creating an open world experience is to let people decide how to move inside of it, while of course following a certain narrative path, but also unlocking various other things through exploration and finding various side activities that can be meaningful to you in many ways, from the story or gameplay perspective. Sounds great, right? I know, but lately there has been a discussion on how big the world in a video game should be. On one side, you want the player to feel like they are in a huge world, and you do it so that when a player hops into a car, he won't reach the end of the map straight away. Otherwise, you create a feeling of claustrophobia in a sense. But also making the map too big makes you sacrifice on the story and gameplay elements due to either leaving most of the map empty because resources go into that, or worse, if it's actually randomly generated, that doesn't really paint any picture or a message behind why this tree is there and why this area looks like that. And it's also without any activities whatsoever, as I said, or filling those maps with meaningless overblown activities that in most cases end up being too repetitive. So finding a sweet spot in that perspective is difficult, so when we saw the map of the back of the World of Cyberpunk book, people assumed that the map will be too small, and I was actually surprised that some people didn't know about Badlands, which is an area outside of Night City. So what is good then? A smaller map, which again is not too small because devs have to take into account the situation I mentioned of the map being too small when you are in a vehicle, which is something they already addressed and are fully aware of. So what CDPR is doing is not going out to create the biggest world in the industry, because again, what's the point of having a huge map with nothing to do? But what they're trying to do is find a sweet spot. Okay, this is the map, and then filling that map with activities around every corner, with mega buildings that are totally different area and an ecosystem of itself, where good or bad opportunities can come around every corner. And that's the game I want to play, not the one with the biggest map. And to go back to my main point of replayability, when you are putting as much attention to detail as CD Projekt Red has been doing with their previous games and now with Cyberpunk 2077, you can create stories and missions that have amazing writing, that also has, its own twists and turns, and every mission can help you or create a problem further down the line, depending on your approach. And just that gives you incentive to play it again. Besides that, the hybrid class system they prepared gives me hope that each class will have something unique up their sleeve, so you just want to try it out. Then how about I mix everything up and try a different approach and a different class? And all of these things were described for the game, so hopefully it all comes down in its place and the release is smooth, because what I learned from their previous games is that small things you do in the game make it unique. Walking around and looking at people go about their lives, it creates immersion that's needed on a AAA RPG scene right now, because lately what happened with some of the greatest franchises in the RPG industry, they became stale, and hopefully this game might be a kick in the butt so that actually they make something which, returns what they had before, all of those magical and amazing moments that previous RPG games in the past actually had. So keep in mind, your decisions and your class will change the outcome of the game. Every story will be a little bit different, and I'm sure we will see a lot of innovative playthroughs out there. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully you learned something. Don't forget to tell me down below, are you excited about the game? What do you think about it so far? And click that like and subscribe button. I will be going live on June 11th for Night City Wire. It will be a while event. I'll be going through the entire day with streams, videos, etc, etc. Also join our growing community on Discord and Twitter. And if you wanted an extra way to support the channel, I made a Patreon page, the link is down below, and huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy everyone, bye bye.